Weather anomaly detected. An intent. Rift jump successful. Gravitational anomaly detected. Gravitational strength 0.56 G. Magnetic field anomaly detected. My sensors are receiving a lot of interference.
Wow, the parameters in this area are crazy. It's like a completely different planet. The gravity in this place is acting weird. Something must be causing this.
Ashley, let's focus on finding the titanium deposit that should be somewhere in this area. We can triangulate its position by building a network of radar stations.
You're right. We can investigate what's causing these anomalies as we move forward. We can place the radar stations in the safe zones created by the cryo plants.
We can also construct cryo stations of our own. However, they require titanium to be built. We can find small amounts of titanium by harvesting cryo plants.
Building cryostations won't make much sense until we can find a much larger titanium deposit. Let's not waste titanium unless it's necessary.
Not enough AI cores. Build more AI hubs. A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction.
Okay, we've built the first radar station. It isn't easy to provide enough power in this biome. The atmosphere is very thick, and it's reducing the effectiveness of wind and solar generators.
We will need a few additional radar stations to triangulate the position of the titanium deposit. Try to place them as far from each other as possible. They need to cover a wide area.
delikatny, taki tłusty. Będzie z ciebie wór kapusty.
What? What did you say?
I did not say anything.
Are you breaking down from the heat?
No. Are you hallucinating?
What? Of course not. Someone screwed up your programming.
My programming is impeccable. I was designed and perfected by some of the best programmers that humanity has ever seen.
Of course you were. You were the best AI on this planet. Look at this object. It's enormous. And it just floats in the air like it doesn't weigh anything.
It is emitting a powerful magnetic field. It is disrupting most of my equipment. We will not be able to construct any buildings within its immediate area of effect.
It looks alien. On an alien planet. Let's stay away from it. It reminds me of how I lost my arm.
Ashley, I'm detecting increased volcanic activity. There's a dense ash cloud coming our way.
The sky is covered in ash and dust. Our solar panels are useless now.
The atmosphere is clearing up. Base operations returning to nominal levels. We've constructed enough radar stations to locate the titanium deposit. I am marking its approximate position on our map.
Excellent. Let's go there and search for it with the geoscanner. We've got it, but the amount of titanium in this deposit is not impressive to say the least.
It is enough to provide data for the orbital scanner to search for more significant deposits underground.
Okay, let's start the orbital scanning procedure. We have to find more titanium.
Orbital scanning in progress. Searching for traces of titanium within the planet's volcanic zone. This will take some time to complete. Orbital scanning finished. We've located a new planetary location with larger underground titanium deposits. Warning, the volcanoes in that area are very active. Make sure to equip any armor enhancements that we have available before going there.
It's a firestorm. Vegetation is starting to ignite.
firestorm is over. Weather conditions are returning to nominal values.
A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction. Rift jump successful. This is as close as we could jump to our destination safely. The path ahead is a dense maze of rocks and deep crevices. It will take a lot of work to navigate.
The seismic wave disappeared not far from here, a few kilometers to the north. We can get there on foot.
This area shares a lot of characteristics with the jungle around our headquarters. However, I am detecting a vast network of limestone caverns beneath us. Be careful, Ashley. The surface may be unstable.
Roger that, Mr. Riggs. I'm only worried about the possible spread of anorix. We know how to deal with everything else. Interesting. It appears that this life form contains large amounts of hazonite in crystallized form. If we can gather more samples of the species, we could learn how to obtain larger quantities of hazonite to craft better equipment and weapons. Amazing! Those crystal crab-like creatures looked very similar to the Stregoros species that we've encountered in the radioactive desert. It looks like they have taken a different evolutionary path. However, given our circumstances, I have to wonder whether anorix played a part in this evolutionary cycle.
You are jumping to conclusions, Ashley. We have seen multiple life forms featuring mineral infusions on this planet. This is nothing new.
Maybe I'm paranoid. Either way, I think it would be a good idea to gather more samples of this species to check if they've evolved this way through natural processes.
has been developed. New buildings are available for construction.
I think we should be getting close to our destination, whatever it is.
Warning! Seismic anomaly imminent.
Wow, it's moving! I think it's some creature moving underground in the caverns beneath us. It has to be huge, and it's moving away from us.
Assuming that it is a creature, it looks like it is moving further north. I have marked its estimated position.
Okay, let's track it down. We're getting close. Let's see if it starts moving again.
Warning! Earthquake in progress. You were correct, Ashley. Something very large is moving underground. Warning! Multiple energy emissions around us.
The earthquake must have activated a number of Anorex bioanomalies. Maybe this underground creature is spreading the Anorex infestation. Can you track to where it's moved?
Affirmative. It has moved further north again. Warning! I am tracking multiple groups of creatures moving in our direction. We are surrounded.
Those energy emissions, they must have caused that. Weapon dropped. We can try to recover it later.
Eliminated. Ashley, I have marked the locations of the recent energy emissions. You may want to investigate them.
I'm not sure if we have time for that. If we do it, let's be quick about it. Technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction. anomaly is larger. We should prepare before activating it.
Good idea, Ashley. We can set up mines and sentry guns around it. Some temporary walls might also be a good idea. We can try to recover it later. One of our energy connectors has been destroyed. Wall destroyed. A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction. One of our buildings has been destroyed. Tower destroyed.
Base is under attack.
There is a breach in our walls.
One of our energy connectors has been destroyed.
looking for. Can you tell me what you learned about anorix on Orion?
The anorix that I've seen there was primarily in the form of glowing red crystals. However, I think that its appearance can change depending on the local environment and some other unknown factors.
Some of the anorix-infected creatures that we have seen here included crystalline growth on their bodies. However, their color palette was mixed. That might suggest that the anorix that we are observing here could behave in a different way to what you have seen on Orion.
Let's hope it's less dangerous. Either way, those infected creatures acted as if they were feral. So even if it's less dangerous, it still poses a great threat to the local ecosystem. There's nothing here.
One of the energy eruptions came from these coordinates. Maybe we should check the area with the geoscanner.
Good idea. There might be something remaining underground. It's just a resource cache. Nothing spectacular.
My sensors detected intense neutrino bursts at the same time that we've observed these energy eruptions. Why do you think this happens?
I don't understand why this is happening. Neutrino emissions usually accompany nuclear reactions, like beta decay or nuclear explosions. The amount of neutrino particles that were emitted by anorix doesn't correspond to anything that humanity ever has observed in nature. It's like a pocket supernova. That's why I thought it could be anorix.
That makes sense. My sensors were overloaded by those emissions. They were off the scale by orders of magnitude.
Another anorix bioanomaly. I think we should get rid of them. They could be corrupting the local fauna.
I agree, Ashley. Be careful, Ro. We always get attacked when we activate them.
We've cleared all of the energy eruption sites. Let's get back to our main objective.
Ashley, wait a moment. Do you have a theory on why anorix is connected to these huge neutrino bursts?
I have my own personal opinion on this, but there is no proof for it. I think that anorix can interact with the environment on a subatomic level and transpose individual atoms into other forms of matter by rearranging fermions, bosons, or some other elementary particles. Such reactions would normally emit enormous amounts of destructive energy. However, anorix reacts in a different way. It consumes that energy and grows upon it. The only trace it leaves is a burst of neutrino particles.
That is a very disturbing theory. What you are describing sounds like a cancer, but for both living and non-living matter.
These are just my thoughts. I've encountered this substance only once. It doesn't have to work like that on this planet. It might even be something completely different. Either way, we can't ignore that threat.